Shizzy with the Xbox here, aka Link215 Woof.
Super Mazaku.
This is KOA2 podcast. What's today's date?
I don't know.
You don't know?
The 1st of February.
The 1st of February. Happy Black History Month, sir. Hope you learned something this month you didn't know before. But we're here to talk about some wrestling. Topic today: will Paige ever step back into a WWE ring? Period. This ain't talking about what happened. I mean, period. After all that just happened,
yeah.
Will she ever be back? Now, before we jump into, I guess, our yes and no's, we're gonna talk a little bit about Paige.
Huh? Oh no, I think that dude's about to talk about
what you want to talk about?
Like the events, leading to us thinking this way.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Do you know why she got submitted the first few times? Or?
She failed the test, but you could get deeper into that when we get to that point.
Yeah.
Okay, so Paige, been wrestling. She says since she always say in a womb because her mom is a wrestler and took a bump while she was pregnant. But I think she started doing stuff for her family's promotion around 13 years old. She got to the WWE, I think around 19 years old. I'm not sure, but maybe 18, 19. And became the first ever women's NXT champion. She actually is the first woman out that whole woman revolution, everything NXT, to come up to the main roster and win the title on her first night. She the one who broke the reign of AJ. AJ had it for how long at that time?
I don't know.
It was a long time. It was over 300 days. We know that for sure. And
pulled into a CM Punk.
Exactly. It's funny how that worked out, right? And then she went on that night, went on to go into a feud with AJ. Then I believe she went in a feud with like Nikki Bella. She went a feud with Charlotte. That's her last big feud. Her and Charlotte and everything. She is known as one of the best workers in the ring. I believe she is. We always said she has potential to be the GOAT because how early she started and the accolades she had.
Yeah.
Now, recently, last couple months, definitely the end of her 2016, she's been off of TV for a while, and she felt a certain way about that, and ended up getting in a relationship with Mr. Alberto Del Rio, Mr. El Patron, and things kind of seem to went downhill.
Did it say that she felt a certain way about not being on TV?
Yeah, but that was on Total Diva. She said she noticed she had to be on TV for a while, and she knows where you're not booked for TV, there's a problem. And she said, since she became to the main roster, she has been one of the focal points. She won the title.
Was it like a legitimate reason of why did she do anything?
No, they start focusing more on the three women that came up from NXT.
Okay, yeah.
So she probably felt like y'all trying to push me to the back. And somebody who's always been, and to be fair, Paige always kind of been in the center of attention. She was the main focus of NXT when they first got the belt. She never lost her belt. She the only champion never lose it. She just let it go and won the main belt. And then she always been in the top feud with somebody, and she was at the WrestleMania tag teaming with AJ versus the Bella. So she always been in that spotlight. So when he went to the NXT route, and she was a part of
because he was a champion when she faced AJ, right?
There should be AJ.
So she's the first ever dual champion.
Technically speaking, yeah, she did come
out.
She's
first female dual champion. Period.
Yeah, because she didn't come out with the belt, but she was the champion. And she went up one, and then she relinquished that belt.
That's overlooked.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, exactly. They didn't promote it, but that's what happened.
It was never really two female belts. She's the first female dual champion.
Exactly, and at a young age. And again, she always been in the spotlight. So I guess when she realized she wasn't in the spotlight, she didn't like that. Because she was always
she's still young, so.
Exactly, and that's where the emotion came in, and that's around the same time she messed with Alberto Del Rio, Mr. El Patron.
She's 24 now. What did this happen to AJ Lee? What, that 2012, 13?
She's what, 20, 21? That's right after WrestleMania.
Because she went to NXT at 19.
WrestleMania. Right? Who was the WrestleMania when she fought all them people? AJ Lee. Was that WrestleMania 30? It was just a random 1,000 people, and she just won the belt.
It could have been.
She kept the belt. And she said she beat everybody, and that's what Paige came out. Messed up her finisher, but botched the finisher a little bit, but she won. Again, great start for her main roster debut. Her NXT, the stuff she did with Emma was great. The matches are still good today, but she went downhill. Now, you want to talk about more about the suspensions when around that time happened?
Well, the first suspension happened. Now, mind you, these WWE superstars, they are highly informed of when and where they are, supposed to take that test. I guess what is it called? Monthly, I believe, or is it like? I doubt it's weekly. That's just too much.
It's not weekly.
I'm pretty sure it could be monthly, maybe every 60, 90 days.
But they let them know.
So she knows. She was not only, not close to the area, but she was far to where even if she got on the plane, she wouldn't have made it in time. And look, she's been doing wrestling for I guess 2, maybe 3 years at this point. She knows the drill, and she drawed, and they did suspend her for 30 days. And she made sure, mind you, Paige is really, for some strange reason, really active on Instagram, like every second. So she let us know it wasn't because she filed a test. When the first happened, like, oh shit, no.
Yeah, it's not a drug thing.
Yeah, because this is around the time, Boom and Lames got, tapped for Adderall. So we like, oh no, not you too, Paige. So she let us know that's not the case. They basically, it was a late test, so she got 30 days. So when she comes back from the 30 days, before she's even allowed in a match on TV, she then, and mind you, in between this 30-day time, she started, as my brother said, she started talking to Alberto Del Rio, or Alberto, Patron?
El Patron.
And, they got into it. And mind you, Paige is young. Look, we all know, females can get young. They fall in love so deep, and that blinds the fuck out of them. It really does. And if this isn't evidence that happens, I don't know what is. Because once this happened, she then, this is a bold statement, but I'm telling you, it's true. She purposely, because here's the thing, she purposely took something because she's following up on the neck surgery, and they gave her medicine, which is actually allowed by the WWE doctors or whatever, is it USADA or is it something else?
Not USADA. Are you talking about the wellness?
Yeah, like the wellness policy. And the WWE made it very clear before Paige could play victim that what we found in her system was they didn't even tell us, but they was like, it was not, no painkillers, no regular painkillers. She was on some other shit. So we still don't know what that is today. So
it could be something simple, but we don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know what it is, but she knew what it was, and she knew this could get her 60 days, because she knows it's a 3-strike rule, so she knows she could get 30 days, whatever, and then 60 days, and then the last one get just fired. As Adam Rose, he got 3 of them, and he's done. So she knows this, and here's the thing that led me to believe that she could have purposely got the first, suspension on purpose, because when she, it was public news, same day, it was confirmed, 60-day suspension. Not even 24 hours later, she was in Mexico. In fucking Mexico. With Alberto Del Rio. What Alberto Del Rio?
She moved in with Alberto.
Moved in with him.
Apparently helped taking care of some of the kids he got.
Yeah, even though she's still a kid herself. Yeah. But, a lot of females think that. I mean, that just goes to show that it doesn't matter how much money you get, how much fame you got.
Love can really...
Love, fuck that. It's just stupidity. Like Rihanna, I mean, she rich, but she's still a rich hoe. I mean, it's just like, it don't matter how much money you got. Like Nicki Minaj, she got all that money, but she's still like a hood nigga. It's a hood nigga. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, because she can get anybody.
None of that is a mask. They didn't even try to make it a mask. It's like, it doesn't matter how successful, famous, rich you are. A lot of the the generic symptoms. Not even stereotypes. Those are even proven true.
What are you talking about, though?
Like, it's basically like symptoms of like some females of how they act.
Oh, okay.
Mannerisms. It's
else.
like, it just the fucking blind love, wholeness, or poor boy decisions. Now, the Rio, this dude, and you gotta look from his perspective. He a grown ass man. He 40. He got kids. He done probably slayed everything in Mexico. Cause mind you, he's already rich.
He's the guy.
He's already rich. Yeah. So he doesn't give 2 fucks. He's been married before. He was married while he was fucking Paige.
Yeah.
So, and then mind you, Paige had a dude. He was an entrepreneur.
Yeah, real music out there.
Actually had things in common with her, gave her everything, and actually wanted to marry her. She said, "No, fuck all that," and then go ahead and it's like it's just so fucked up.
Got a tattoo, Bobby.
And now what she's talking about having a baby?
It was rumored that she could be pregnant. I'm not sure. It could be false, but You know, but if that is true,
well, I don't think she can have kids.
I don't know. I'm not even. But again, we're here to talk about, do we think she's gonna get back? We talked about her journey here, and we do feel like what she did at the time, we thought she was gonna be one of the GOATs. She's actually still is right now one of the best female wrestlers in the world. I mean, she has some flaws, but she has some good stuff she do. So
she's the youngest out of her roster.
Yeah,
she's a nice solid 5 to 6 years under Becky and Charlotte. She's only a couple of months younger than Sasha. Sasha's still young, so they probably look at Sasha like, all right, since Paige ain't gonna do this,
she the
shit
one
for us,
who lasts longer.
That's probably why they took the strap off.
Seemed like she was a stronger built too, and again, she debuted early, so they saw her at like 19 or 20. As in, you're ready, you understand this, your whole family been in this. You get it. And her merch sales was nice.
Oh, yeah. She wasn't number one for a long time.
So
she had it all. She had no reason to fuck up.
And this is my house. For a while, it felt that way. She was the best, even when she didn't have the title. You felt like she should have the title. Why are they still doing this Nikki Bella thing?
Yeah,
that's she's right there, and she's proven she could put on good programs. She's solid on the mic, so she's good. Now, do we feel personally? Do you feel like she ever wrestles for WWE again? Or this like maybe
if she
5-year thing?
Don't put in a title picture anytime soon. Cause look, WWE, there's no shade of gray, or they have done some fucked up shit to some people in the past, and they still do it. But this time, I can't be like, hey, WWE, this is your fault. They did everything they could. Number 1 merch sales. First day on the job. Title. Here you go. First female dual champion. They gave her everything. And she just pissed in their faces. And then did it again. For a guy, I understand the Rio, he was served bad hands by the WWE. As I say, they do fucked up shit to fucked up people.
The way Natalya says, he's known to be the bad boy. Like backstage, people like, oh, when you see him, like he's doing something. Like maybe so, like for a girl, like other words,
already was rich before he got there.
I'm saying for a girl to fall for him, it's like, yo,
he's falling to his game.
Like this what he do.
Yeah.
She even said on the first night when she saw him, she was like, oh hey Poppy, you look good. So apparently she probably always had a crush on him, but never was there when he was there.
Yeah.
And maybe it was like he just had that thing. So when she seen him, you know how guys are. Sometimes you're not even looking for it. If a girl just letting you know from the rip, you be like, oh, well, all right, yeah, sure, yeah. You want to slide to the hotel?
And then she proposed to him. Like it's a thing when you like deny marriage from a guy who actually cared about you. Okay, whatever. And if you get married in the future, I'm like, all right, damn, but all right, whatever. But when you go ahead and you do the proposing, it's like, whoa. And here's the thing: the guy, he's probably sitting at home and he's probably still depressed if he ever was.
I mean, I don't know.
But if she, doesn't get her job back, that's just karma. And I don't even believe in karma. But I'm like, if there is some, that's it right there. Because there is no stage that's granted at WWE. It doesn't matter. Impact Wrestling's going down. I mean, Del Rio right now, he just wrestling for small promotions, but he doesn't need to because he's already rich. So he's just doing it for his love. You could do that too, but for you to be at your status as you once were, the reason why you was upset in the first place because you wasn't on TV. Now you barely in a place where people can barely find you on the internet. So it's like you're not going to truly be happy if that was your main problem in the first place, because you're not on TV in WWE. You in WWE, you get that money, don't matter. And now you settling for less for a 40-year-old man.
Do you feel she will ever wrestle for the WWE again?
Well, her suspension's been up for almost 30 days.
Just one
I haven't heard from her, seen her, none of that. Instagram just her and the Rio, so if she does, it's not going to be anytime soon. And then when she does, I don't expect a push, and I won't be mad if there is no push.
Well, I won't go that far, because if somebody's going for 5 years, they're going to do a program with them and try to.
Well, I doubt it's going to be going for 5 years.
I think that's what's going to happen. I don't see her coming back no time soon. I feel like they're going to part ways.
I feel like she's going to have to get her heart broken first.
I think that doesn't matter. I think they're going to part ways. I mean, again, right now, she's still under contract, I believe. But if something else happened, I could see them terminating the contract. Yeah. And she can make good money on the indies. It's fucking Paige. I mean, but Eventually,
ain't gonna be WWE money though.
No, that's different. No, but it's like, can she go out there? Can she help out some promotions? Like a Cody Rhodes, you can help out promotions, but you're not gonna, you're not gonna save no promotions. But she could go out there. She can make solid money. But that's why I feel like it's a shame that right now, when you have the SmackDown roster and the Raw roster, who can use a Paige right now?
Definitely.
Who is legit? She's not just another wrestler. Like, she's legit. Paige versus Sasha. That seems interesting.
No, she got to be on SmackDown.
Mm-hmm. No, she got drafted to Raw. That's what I'm saying. That she was already scheduled to be on Raw. So it's like you have these rivalries. So when it was like, all right, we have to move on from Sasha and Charlotte, and we're going to at least pit Bailey there. We don't have to pit Nia Jax against Sasha. We can still have a squash people, and let's get Paige versus Sasha to build that
Here's
up.
the thing, like,
so we still could push Nia along without pushing her too far. If you had a Paige there, so it'd be Paige and Sasha feud until they figure out what they're going to do with something else.
It's like, here's the thing, like, I like Paige, but I could do without her. The division is doing without her. They prove that they can do it.
I mean, listen what you're saying, because a lot of people online feels like they don't focus on a lot of women overall, and because maybe they don't have faith in all the women overall, and they seem like they did have faith in Paige if she was there.
Yeah, and they got faith in Bailey, Charlotte, and Sasha.
Yeah, but she would.
Think
and I feel like
who's after that? Is that Melina on Raw?
She haven't debuted yet. That's crazy. No, but like they have Nia Jax that it was used building like a Braun Strowman. Squash match, run a match, destroy people. I feel like they wouldn't even went Nia and Sasha if they would have had Paige there. Yeah. They would have said, all right, let's lose Paige for Sasha just to hold on the story, because we don't want them people to run into Nia yet, because Nia eventually is going to run through everybody, and we want to push that long as we can. We don't want to just do that before WrestleMania. That's why they got to do the whole Sasha knee angle. So when she loses, her knee is so fucked up, she needs to let it heal, so she can't beat Nia on one leg. Makes sense. So me personally, I think Paige is done. I personally like Paige. I would love to see her back next year, debut after WrestleMania or something like that. But I don't see it. A lot of weird stuff happening, weird emotions, stuff we seen online, stuff I seen on Total Divas that led up to the stuff online. So it felt weird, like knowing everything about her suspension, then they doing the show, and everything happened in the show, how she barely there for the tapings and stuff like that, and disappearing and leaving, and Carano in the back being upset because she's showing up late, and she crying like, well, I'm not even booked for TV, why do you care? And he said the line, you paid to be here. So even though you're not on TV, you is paid to be in this building at a certain
one
time.
day ago, she's like in the airport chilling with like Del Rio and his kid. This is on Instagram, people. I'm not making this up. She's been cleared already. She's been cleared.
So they probably don't want to use it right now.
Del Rio, just on the date.
I would love for Paige to come back. I feel like Paige is one of them girls. She has a marketing appeal. She knows how to talk on a mic. I think she's relatable. But I just don't see it happening. Definitely before 4 or 5 years. I feel like she's going to be gone for a while. She might have some good matches out there. And sometimes that's good for wrestlers. You know what I mean? To leave or come back. But she wasn't one of them. She didn't have to leave.
Yeah.
She was already made. Somebody like a Cody Rhodes, that made sense. Somebody who has a family legacy in the wrestling world, that he could go some places, build some really good matches, some good profiles, and when he decided to come back to the WWE, he'd be looked at differently. You know, like, oh, this guy just killed it across the world on the indie scene. Let's use this, Because always had a problem with the WWE is the wrestlers have nowhere to go. After you use them for a program, they should disappear.
Yeah.
But you're paying a lot of people, so when you're paying people with the top money, you're not trying to see them just disappear just to disappear. Normally it has to be on their terms. How Brock Lesnar don't want to do a lot of dates, so he has to book a certain way. Unlike somebody like a Roman Reigns who needs to leave TV.
Yeah.
A weird angle to have him leave, but they probably pay him a nice amount of money, and they definitely be like, look, we ain't gonna pay you this and you just not here. No, you're gonna do something. So it gets hard to try to fix that character. Even if they're doing the right things, they're not doing the right things now. But if they start doing it, it's going to take a longer time to catch on because he didn't disappear. So Paige, again, I just don't think she's coming back. Definitely before 5 years.
I feel like she need to turn a new page.
Bars. Is there anything else you want to say about Paige?
Nope. Just
what if she's listening type shit?
I mean, I'm not. What am I tell her to get her shit together like her friends?
John Jones swag. Get your shit together.
Just like, do what she want. We'll see you back after you get your heart broken.
Me personally, again, Paige fan.
I'll accept you, of course, but you gotta hope the crowd does.
I think they would. I mean, unless you get some real. I don't know how the female fans get weird about
because
stuff.
Mickie James ain't getting shit right now.
You think she ain't getting cheered like she should?
No.
I mean, how did you view her? How did you view her then?
I don't know. She was cool then. But
I mean, I remember when her and Trish went at it. That was crazy. But after that, you still felt that?
Yeah, she became champion and shit.
Yeah, 5 times. Yeah, the first time
she was champion, she left after that.
Because of that Nikki John Cena stuff.
That was just weird. And I don't want to see her wrestle Nikki Bella. Well,
I think they shouldn't do that because of the history. Even though they said they all good now, they talked.
Yeah.
And everybody adult now she's married. She had, they.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like, we adults
you hear that,
now.
Nikki? She's married.
Bars. But, I got full circle. Just, do you miss Paige right now?
No.
Do you feel like they can use Paige right now?
I mean, you can use any star, just put something with them, but it's like they don't need her right now at all. No.
So you don't feel like she's missed?
No.
Like even a show, feel like someone like, where the fuck is Paige?
Nope.
And you feel like basically then that's probably be against her. That's not for her favor. So now she gotta. Yeah, they're not gonna really beg for me to come back.
Yeah, they don't need to
because at this point they really pushing the Charlotte thing, and
everything that Charlotte and Sasha did, they probably like, man, we don't. I mean, we got great matches here. We got Bayley, crowd favorite. We got Becky Lynch. We got Naomi, who's crazy athletic. Just put on a good match on SmackDown. We got Alexa Bliss. We got Mickie James back. Then it's like we got Asuka. Back pocket. Peg pocket. Ember Moon, who just up and coming. It's like pocket. We don't need you, Paige. That's how
we can use you, but we don't need you.
So that's just it.
Okay. Well, we get into here, man. This again, Kick Out 2 podcast. This was a good discussion topic on Paige herself, how she's viewed, and I guess there's nothing else to say.
Congratulations
to what?
You played yourself.
El Patron.